You want me? Come and get me!
Hello, Outlaw Nation, and welcome to this non-spoiler review for Captain America: Brave New World, this brand new Marvel film that is out this weekend here from Disney and Marvel Studios, and one that a lot of people are going to go see with a little bit of trepidation because of all the stuff that went on behind the scenes with the stories about the reshoots, certainly issues that people have with some of the storylines. How are they connecting Eternals? How are they connecting the Incredible Hulk? They're replacing William Hurt, who sadly passed away, with Harrison Ford to play Thunderbolt Ross. And of course, there were some elements who were upset that there's a black Captain America. Oh, what a crime. And some of the comments that Anthony Mackie made recently on the international press tour certainly did not help. So, did I like the movie? Yes, I did. I really enjoyed it. If you saw my out of theater reaction, which is up on my channel now, you can see that I did have a good time watching this movie. Are there issues with some of the storyline stuff? Does some of the stuff feel a little bit convenient? Do certain things get resolved in ways that, like, wait a minute, how did that person know to be there at this time in order to do certain things? Yes. Do certain things that are presented that seem like they're going to be world ending, do they get resolved a little bit more easily than I would like them to be? Yes, I would absolutely concede all of that in this film. But what makes this film work and what made it so enjoyable was the 70s/90s spy thriller element to it that I think came through very strongly throughout the movie. I think the score here from Laura Cartman does a really great job of getting you in that vibe and that mindset. I think Julius Ona's direction worked really well here in getting us into that spy thriller mindset of the 90s/70s, and the performances here. I mean, Anthony Mackie and Harrison Ford, who are the two main characters of this movie, going on their arcs, going on their emotional journeys, I thought really knocked it out of the park as performers. Anthony Mackie really solidifies himself as Captain America with Sam Wilson and the journey he goes on, helped by Carl Lumbly here as Isaiah Bradley, him confronting Sam about being a Captain America in service of the president. This idea of how America has treated black people over the decades. You see Sam kind of having to come to terms with that himself. And beyond that, having to come to terms with the fact that if he's the right person to carry the shield, that is still something that is coursing through his body. But there is a confidence here from Anthony Mackie that is so much fun to see. There are some great hand-to-hand fight sequences and action sequences in the air that are so well directed, and he delivers a performance of such, I don't know, such measured confidence and such belief in what he's doing that I really thoroughly enjoyed. And there are moments for him to have some emotional confrontations with himself about the mantle that he's taken. There's a great scene between him and Danny Ramirez near the end of the movie where they're having a conversation about the mantle, and it's a little bit meta when you watch that scene, hearing the things that he says about that situation. I thought Danny Ramirez did a good job as Joaquin Torres here, and their chemistry that was really cool to see in Falcon and Winter Soldier does carry over here, but the fact is it gets a little bit strained at times. The jokes don't always land, and it's not as easy of a chemistry as you like to have seen, like when you saw Anthony Mackie and Chris Evans when the roles were reversed. I thought their chemistry was really good. It isn't quite as strong here with Joaquin Torres. That being said, though, I do want to see more of Joaquin in the MCU. Danny Ramirez does a nice job of giving him some really good character and fun character and a different character, because he's got this kind of cockiness to him that I like. And as a Latino character from Miami, there's a lot to say about that overall approach. And certainly there's a fun interaction between the both of them about him being from Miami that I think is a highlight of the movie. Giancarlo Esposito does a really great job here as Sidewinder for the scenes that he gets. He is menacing, he is self-assured, he is scarily confident, and the battles with him and Sam when they get into it are just fantastic hand-to-hand stuff and brutal when it comes to the weaponry that they use on each other. And I thought that was really effective. Tim Blake Nelson does a nice job here as the overall villain of the movie. Some people said they don't want to be spoiled about what his name is. I guess if you haven't seen the trailers or studied anything or watched The Incredible Hulk from 2008, you might not know who he's playing. But I think that's where the film has a little bit of issues, though. He's not as strong of a villain as you would like him to be. They don't do enough to really solidify what his villainy is all about. Yes, they explain it. They give you the exposition. You understand what happened here, but you wanted just a little bit more here that would have kind of fleshed him out as his own entity and his own thing. But Harrison Ford is another reason to watch this movie. I mean, this late career renaissance of Harrison Ford has been incredible to witness certainly the work he did coming back as Han Solo in Star Wars, but also a couple of these other movies and Shrinking, and now this movie. There is so much emotion that he delivers in this part that I was really at times emotional because he's going on his journey. He's going and confronting the doubts that people have that he's changed. We find out there's been some things that have happened to him that we didn't know about that gives the character much more levels and depth. And so when Harrison Ford gets the chance to really show that emotion, he knocks it out of the park, and it is fun to see. And when he becomes the Red Hulk, as we saw in the trailer, it is truly a hell of a transformation. And I really like the design and the special effects and the way they make him look just like Harrison Ford, but massive with those muscles and with those abs and the ferocity with which he battles Captain America, as you see in the trailer. It's an extended fight that they have there in the film. I thought was fantastic and truly unsettling, and the way they resolve it. I think some people like it, some people won't, but I liked the way it went down because it fit the way they had laid the groundwork throughout the movie for these two guys and the journeys they were on separately and together. And I will say this about the Seraph character. I thought Shira Haas did a good job with the character herself as an actress, but it felt to me like they made some adjustments in the editing, and it was pretty obvious that she had a bigger role to play in the film. And she does have important moments in the film for sure, but I think there was more here with her, and maybe in the reshoots, and because some of their complaints behind the scenes and people having issues with her character and the origins of her character in the comics, I think maybe they went in and shaved down some scenes that she was in. And so at times she's in and she's out throughout the movie, and it's not a consistent strength throughout the film, which is not Shira Haas's fault. It's more about how they edited the film. There are some good fight sequences, some beautifully well shot action sequences in the air that I think are great to enjoy. Overall, I would say this is a good movie, certainly an enjoyable movie. Is it some of the best of the MCU has to offer? It isn't. It's not in the level of Endgame or Winter Soldier or Infinity War or anything, or even No Way Home. It's more around the middle areas, maybe the 15 to 18 area if you're counting down all the Marvel films here. To me, it's just below Captain America First Avenger, but it's above Wakanda Forever, which is a bit of a mess when you rewatch that movie. I thought it delivered on what it was trying to do. Does it 100% knock it out of the park? No, it doesn't, but it's good enough to be worth your time to go and see this movie. I give the film 3.5 out of 5 cowboy hats. I wish I could have given it 4, but there's some issues with the story. There's some issues with the villain in the film that don't quite 100% get there. But the acting, some of the writing here, the cinematography, the direction, and the score do a really great job of getting you across the finish line to enjoy the movie. All right, when you get a chance to see this movie, let me know what you thought about it down in the comment section below. Let me know what worked for you, what didn't work for you, and look for our spoiler review, the Geek Buddy spoiler review, coming to you sometime this weekend or on Monday or Tuesday night. We will let you know once we lock down a time, and we're probably going live on that one and have a fun conversation with you all about the movie as well. All right, take care of yourselves, be well, and I'll talk to you next time with another brand new non-spoiler review here on the Outlaw Nation. Thanks so much for watching this video. Please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content from the Outlaw Nation.